back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I've been a New York City bartender for over a decade and wanted to share some of my knowledge here on YouTube. I post videos on classic cocktails and some original recipes. I'm always looking for ways to produce less waste when cooking or crafting drinks. One of my New Year's resolutions is to become more sustainable and find ways to waste less. Since I only ever use fresh juice when filming these videos, I almost always have leftover rinds and juice that I can't always find a purpose for. One of my favorite ways to utilize old fruit juice is to make either a shrub or a cordial. A couple weeks ago, I posted on my Instagram about how to utilize your leftover fruit juice and rinds to create a cordial. I will be sharing how to do just that in today's video. I happen to have a grapefruit on hand that was a little past its prime, but a perfect candidate for grapefruit cordial. My first step to making grapefruit cordial is to remove the entire peel from the fruit. My grapefruit is a bit soft, so I ended up taking off a lot of pith too. I actually do want to keep some of the pith on there for a little bitterness, but I don't want this cordial to be overly bitter, so I'm just going to use a paring knife to remove most of it. To do this most effectively, hold on to one side of the peel and shave the pith by shimmying your knife down. Once you have completely removed the peel from the grapefruit, as well as removing most of the pith, I'm going to transfer them into a plastic bag. You can use a silicone reusable bag too, just make sure it seals completely. Using my digital scale, I'm going to weigh the grapefruit peels. I'm going to keep the bag open on the scale and add the same weight of sugar to the bag. Once the sugar has been added, make sure to remove all the air from the bag and seal it tightly. Then, I'm just going to massage all that sugar into the grapefruit peels. This is going to extract the oils to combine with the sugar to make oleosaccharin, which is also a great ingredient to have on hand for making drinks. This process does take a while. I like to give it a good massage for a few minutes, then set it aside to sit overnight at room temperature. You can already start to see a syrup forming by just massaging for a few minutes. Next step is to juice the grapefruit. I like to do this over a fine mesh strainer to catch any pulp. Once I have extracted all the juice, I'm going to add equal parts sugar by volume and add both the sugar and the juice to a pot and whisk together to combine. Next, I'm going to head over to the stove and heat over low heat until the sugar dissolves, just like making a simple syrup. Once the sugar has dissolved, remove from heat and let cool completely before transferring it into a jar and storing in the fridge. The next day, your oleosaccharin should be ready, and all or most of the sugar should be dissolved. If it isn't, just give it a little massage to dissolve the rest of the sugar. Typically, I would open the bag and strain out the oleosaccharin, so that I could reuse the bag for another purpose, but mine had a small tear, so I just cut off a corner of the bag and squeezed the oleosaccharin into the grapefruit juice sugar mixture we made yesterday. Once everything is in the jar, I'm just going to stir to combine, and the grapefruit cordial is ready to use. This cordial lasts for a few weeks in the fridge. I love to use this in cocktails and also like it stirred into yogurt or drizzled over overnight oats. It's really great to have on hand for non-alcoholic cocktails as well. This method works for almost all citrus fruits, and it's a great way to preserve and utilize leftover juice. I hope you give it a try and let me know how it works out in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you soon.